It literally used to take me at least 5 hours to make one YouTube video, from researching the topic to coming up with the titles and thumbnails to filming it to editing it, at least 5 hours minimum every single time. And that is a big time commitment. And I'm not a full-time content creator. I run a school community, I have a coaching business, and making content is really just one aspect of my business. So I need to make that process as quick and easy as possible. So I actually built a YouTube production pipeline and a team of Claude agents that actually run it. And now I can create these YouTube videos 10 times faster. And not only that, I was able to fire my $1,500 a month video editor. So not only is it making my process faster, it's also saving me money. So in this video, I want to walk you through that 7-step YouTube pipeline and show you exactly how these Claude Code agents manage most of the work for me. I've also put together a free resource guide to go along with this video that walks you through every step, every tool at every stage so that you can build it yourself. I'll drop a link in the description below so you can grab that. Now let's jump into it. I used to struggle to come up with topics for my YouTube videos. I would bang my head against the wall trying to come up with things to talk about, and I would waste hours just scrolling YouTube, looking for ideas. And after those hours were done, I would feel exhausted and I still wouldn't have any good ideas to create videos around. Now, Claude Code actually does that research for me. And so let me show you how this first step of the process actually works. All right, so here's how Claude Code helps me do my YouTube topic research. So every Friday on a scheduled task at 7:30, it runs 2 skills to go and find ideas for me. And so the first way that it does that is doing outlier research. So a video outlier, basically it's just a video that did way better than the other videos for that channel. And so the way that Claude Code is able to go out and do this outlier research is using a tool called vidIQ. So basically what I've done is I've hooked vidIQ's MCP up to Claude Code. So now I can use this tool to do YouTube research. So if you want to hook this up, you'll need a vidIQ account. And then once you're in there, you'll need the Boost plan or above. And so you're going to click on your little profile link at the bottom here. You're going to click on MCP. And then it's going to take you to the MCP page, and you'll grab this little URL here. Let me grab that. You'll copy it, and then you can go into your Claude Code desktop. You're going to need it downloaded on your desktop, and you're going to go to Customize in the left menu here. Once you're there, you're going to go to Connectors, and then you're going to click the Add dropdown and click Add Custom Connector. You're going to paste in that MCP URL and then name it vidIQ. And then you'll hit continue. I've already got this set up, so I'm not going to do it, but that's how you're going to set up vidIQ to do the outlier research I'm about to show you. Now, Claude Code uses 2 different methods to find these outliers. First of all, I have a list of channels that I'm tracking. And so every time that skill runs, it scans all my track channels for those outliers. Plus, when a channel I'm not tracking shows up twice in the second method that I'm about to show you, it gets added to the track channel list automatically. And so the second way that it finds those outliers is by performing keyword searches around my different niches that I cover. So coaching and course creation, AI and Claude Code, school and community building. And then it logs the videos that it finds into my outlier inbox in Airtable, where I can review those ideas, decide if I want to dismiss them or actually queue them for creation, which adds it to my YouTube production pipeline as a new idea that I can actually create. So here's that Airtable I was talking about, the YouTube outlier review here. And so these are 3 videos that today's scheduled task uncovered. And so you can see we've got the subscribers of that channel, we've got the views at discovery for that video, and then we have the outlier score for that particular video. Now I can actually come in here and review each of those videos, and I can decide, go high level, just update it, and it changes everything. This is probably not something I'm going to do, so I'm just going to dismiss this idea, and then I'm going to close that out. And then this one, I gave Claude my go high level login and walked away. Here's what it built. Yes, this is definitely something that is appropriate for me, so I'm going to accept that because I'm not going to create it right now. If I wanted to create it right now, I'd queue for creation. I'm just going to accept that, and then let me take a look at this one. Hormozzi's model works until you have kids. I don't have kids, so I'm going to dismiss this one. And so that is my review for today. I've got all of my ideas here accepted, and I have ones that I've queued for creation here. Now, there's also a second skill that runs on that same schedule that basically what this does is scans different school communities that I'm part of. It scans my coaching calls from that previous week. It scans different news sites like Hacker News, Twitter, GitHub. And what this does is brings in new trending topics in my niche, whether that's common questions that keep coming up in the different communities that I'm tracking or on my coaching calls, or it's trending news topics that are hot right now and kind of taking off. Because a lot of times what you can do is if it's a new trending topic, if you jump on it quickly and you do a video on that, you can kind of ride that wave of popularity and get a bunch of views. Also, if there's trending and common questions that are coming up with your community, you can create a piece of content to help answer those questions for your community and solve their problems. So that is the 2 different methods that Claude Code is using to help me to come up with topics for my YouTube videos. Now let's talk about what we do once we come up with the topics, and that is to give your video structure. So once I've decided what video to make, the next step is to outline the video, okay? So if the idea came from one of the outliers that I chose, the first thing I'm going to do is have Claude Code go research that same topic to find other videos that did well around that topic. And then I'll have it pull apart how they're structured. And that gives me a rough outline for my video based on what's proven to work. So I'm not starting with the blank page. I don't copy their structure, but it gives me a good starting point. So once Claude Code and I have finalized the sections of the outline, the next thing we need to do is we need to fill in the details of the outline. And so to do that, Claude Code is going to interview me on voice mode. So I'm not typing, I'm actually talking, right? And so it's going to ask me questions and I'm just going to brain dump my answers as thoroughly as possible. If it's not satisfied, it's going to keep asking questions and keep digging until it is, right? And so we'll go through the outline section by section doing this exact process, and it's sloppy, it's ugly, I'm rambling, I'm going off on tangents, it's very unorganized, but that's kind of the whole point, because Claude Code can kind of take that information and help you clean it up. But now that information, that content is in your own words and in your tone of voice, right? And so by the end of this process, I've got a full, complete outline that explains exactly how I would deliver the video in my own word. And so this is where the soul, the authenticity, and originality of your script comes from, right? This is not AI created, it's you created. Now, before we turn this outline into a script, there's one step that I used to skip because I absolutely hated, but it's probably one of the most important steps in this entire process. So your packaging is probably the single most important aspect of creating a successful YouTube video. If your packaging sucks, then nobody's going to click through and watch your video, which means no views, which means no leads, which means nobody's buying your stuff, and which means not making any money, right? So we need to spend some time on creating good packaging if we want to have a successful YouTube video. Now, packaging is made up of 3 different elements. You've got your topic, which we talked about earlier, and that's probably the most important part of packaging. If your topic sucks and nobody cares about it, then nobody's going to watch. So that's number 1. The other 2 aspects are your thumbnail and your title. And so I used to struggle when it came to creating the packaging for my YouTube videos because I'm not super creative when it comes to design or creating titles and things like that. So I would spend hours just kind of scrolling through YouTube, looking for title formulas that I could model. I've got spreadsheets and spreadsheets of these different title formulas. And then I would also look for YouTube thumbnails where I could kind of figure out how I could design that in Canva. And so if you look back at some of my old thumbnails here, you can see these are the ones I designed in Canva, and I just absolutely hate design. So you can see how bad these really are. And so I was really excited when AI came out, because then I could start using AI to create thumbnails. But then what I found was I would have conversations with it and it would come back and it would look weird. My face would be all distorted, or it'd have 5 fingers, and I would just waste more hours back and forth than I would if I just went into Canva and designed the thumbnail myself. So the solution to better titles and thumbnails is to give Claude Code examples of what good looks like. And so now that we're doing that outlier research every Friday, we're pulling in proven frameworks, proven title frameworks, and proven thumbnail frameworks. And so we have a full database of plug and play title formulas that Claude Code can look at to create our titles. We also have a full database of thumbnails that are all categorized by what's on the actual thumbnail itself, and also the text that's on the thumbnail that Claude Code can look at when designing our thumbnails to make them better. So now when we use our title or thumbnail skill with Claude Code, it has examples from videos that are already performing well that it can actually model. And so when I'm ready to create our titles, basically I run the YouTube title skill, and there's 2 different paths that I can choose from. If we have an outlier video that we want to model, basically what happens is it takes that YouTube outlier title formula and then it will remix that title into 10 different variations that I can choose from. And usually there's a little bit of back and forth until we land on the perfect title. The other path is if I have a random topic that I want to create a video around, I would just brain dump what I want that video to be about. And then Claude Code will scan our title formula database and it will find the formulas that fit best. And then it will give me 10 different variations for the title for that video. And I can choose which one I want to use. And so the thumbnail creator uses a very similar process. Basically, I brain dump and give it the outline of the video that I want to create, and then it reviews the different categories of thumbnails that we have in our database to choose 5 different concepts. The video you're watching right now came from this particular video that says Claude just changed making YouTube videos forever. You can see what the thumbnail looks like here. And so we came up with 5 different variations for the thumbnail for this video. So we have one that's faceless because I don't have a huge following, so my face is not that important to be on screen. So we're going to test not having my face on camera. We've got a tool versus tool comparison. This is kind of the more of modeling the thumbnail that actually worked. You can see we've changed up the text on the screen a little bit. We've got one where we have the whiteboard in the background, and then we have another one that's more also a whiteboard, but creates a little bit of curiosity. So you can see these thumbnails are pretty solid, in my opinion, much better than what I would create in Canva. And so the way that we've done that is by giving it examples of what good looks like. All right, so those are my skills around creating the packaging for my YouTube video. So now we have the outline, we have the actual packaging. The next step is the script. Now in the past, every time I tried to get Claude Code to write a script for me, I would give it the title, I would give it a little bit of information. The scripts never came out very good. I would spend more time editing what it gave me than it would have taken me just to sit down and type everything out myself. And so the moral of everything in this video is that you have to give AI better inputs if you expect better outputs. And that's why the outline that we created in the earlier step is so important at creating better scripts. And so once we've brain dumped our outline, we actually hand that to the scriptwriter, and it has everything it needs to create content in your original voice and your authenticity. And it just takes those raw materials and puts them into a proven structure that we've trained it on. So then our scriptwriter skill takes that raw information and it will first create a compelling hook using Alex Hormozi's proof, promise, path formula. And then as it gets into the body of the actual content, it will create open loops between each section that create curiosity and retain the viewers longer. And then the final thing it will do is will help us to create stories or analogies in each section to help our viewers understand the concepts that we're teaching in that section on a deeper level. So the scriptwriter takes the raw information, puts it in that format, and then it hands it back to me. And when I get that back, I do very little editing. It's actually a really solid script at that point because we've given it the brain dump from the outline and it has that formula to put that into a proven script. And so I probably take 5-10 minutes to edit that script. And that's probably one of the easiest parts of this entire process. And so once I have the script done, for me personally, I get overwhelmed by trying to think about what I'm going to be doing on screen or what I'm going to be teaching in every different section. So I have another skill that is a scene planner that takes that script and then plans out every single scene of that video for me. So it tells me exactly what I'm sharing on screen or what I'm talking about. If I have some kind of animation that I need to create, it will tell me that. And so I have all the scenes planned out, which is really cool when I show you the tool that I use for filming because it's set up to do that perfectly. So now that we've got our script, it's time to film the video. So when I film, I use a tool called Tella. It's actually a really cool tool. I'll drop a link in the description in case you want to check it out. But what I like about Tella is, first of all, you can film and edit your video within the same tool. So once you're done filming, you can come in here and edit it really quickly. It's also got an MCP, so I've hooked it up to Claude Code where I actually can come in and do the editing for me. The other thing I really like about it is when you're sharing your screen, it records both of your camera, so you on camera, plus your screen. So it's recording both things. And so when it does that, you can actually change the way that you show your screen and you can use these different kind of layouts. Okay, so that's really cool. And then the final thing that I really like is when I film videos, I like to do my videos scene by scene. And so Tella is set up for this perfectly because basically you can film different clips. So the way I do it is I film one clip, which to me is like a scene of a movie, right? And so each scene changes when I change what's on the actual screen. And so I'll film a scene, I'll stop, and then I'll start another clip, and then I'll film the next scene, and then the next scene, and the next scene, and repeat that until I'm done with the video. So Tella allows me to do all those things really easily, and it has a lot of built-in features that make your videos just look better. So that is what I use Tella for, and again, I'm going to show you how we use the Tella MCP in a second to actually edit our videos. Once the filming is done, I hand it off to my video editing skill. And so the first thing that it does is it trims out the mistakes. So I've got Claude Code hooked up to the Tella MCP, so it pulls the transcript of everything I said, word for word, and then it goes hunting for the retakes. So every time I screw up a line and I said it again, it finds both versions of that line, and then it keeps the last one because that's typically the one that I did right. And so it cuts the filler words, the ums, the ahs, the dead air, all of it, and then it hands me back a raw, clean video. And because all of this is happening inside of Tella, nothing is permanent. So if it makes any mistakes, I can actually go in and fix it before I actually export the video for the rest of the editing. So after trimming the video, it actually downloads the raw video, and then that's when it starts to add in some visuals and motion graphics to make it higher quality and look better. And that has given me the ability to fire my $1,500 a month video editor. That's a pretty big savings. You've seen a lot of the motion graphics throughout this video. You can see that they're pretty solid. So this video editor is probably one of my favorite parts of this whole entire pipeline. Pretty cool stuff. All right, so that's my entire YouTube pipeline, and that's exactly how I'm using Claude Code to make creating my YouTube videos 10 times faster. Everything that I walked you through in this video, you can actually build yourself. I've got a resource guide in the description that walks you through it. But if you're interested in getting my entire library of Claude Code skills, and this is just a few of them, and you'd like to get my help using these skills to grow your coaching business with a Skool community and a team of Claude Code agents to run it for you, I've dropped another link in the description so you can check that out and see exactly what that looks like. So thanks for watching the video, and we'll see you in the next one.